The good news is in Fresno County, nothing is going to change. What the decision says is that local sheriffs or police chiefs can make a decision on what good cause is before you make a decision on whether or not to issue a concealed weapons permit. So in Fresno County, good cause is self-protection. And that should be the standard, in my opinion, across the state. However, different sheriffs, different police chiefs have different constituencies, and they believe that they can have their own regulations and policies, and that's what state law says. So the good news to Fresno County residents is nothing is going to change in Fresno County. Self-protection is still good cause as far as I'm concerned. Originally, the case was brought against the Sheriff's Office of San Diego County by a person by the last name of Peruta. The Peruta challenge was that my right to carry concealed is a Second Amendment right per the Constitution. However, the sheriff in that county challenged that and decided that he was going to sue. He got a disfavorable decision. He did not join other people in the appeal. However, Yolo County, as well as the Attorney General's office, I believe, appealed that decision. And today we have the decision by the Ninth Circuit. So we are going to continue to challenge this. I think there are some groups that will appeal this. There's no doubt in my mind that we're going to be seeing this in the future, in a few years, before the U.S. Supreme Court. I think it's completely unnecessary. I think the right to carry does fit into the Second Amendment. It is constitutional. So we're having to deal now with what happens next. My belief is this is going to be further challenged and appealed up to the U.S. Supreme Court. Well, first of all, I truly believe it's a Second Amendment right. It is a constitutional right that law-abiding citizens should be able to carry. Secondarily, when you create laws regarding gun control, the only people that are going to obey those laws are law-abiding citizens. Therefore, it does nothing to impact what criminals are doing by committing crimes with firearms. They are not going to pay attention to any new laws that have to do with gun control. So I think it's very important to empower our law-abiding citizens, to allow them to be able to protect themselves. And very recently we've had several cases where people with CCWs or in their own homes actually were able to protect themselves from the criminal element. When a law enforcement official, a chief or a sheriff signs a CCW, that CCW is good throughout the state. San Francisco City County is the only place in California that has a local ordinance prohibiting any CCW possession. So in San Francisco, if you go through that city county, they can take your firearm if you have a law enforcement contact, because they have a local ordinance that prohibits CCW carriers from carrying even concealed. They even prohibit off-duty law enforcement. So the only people that can carry a concealed weapon legally in San Francisco City County is an on-duty or a law enforcement officer who is currently working a case. We are actually developing the next best step for the Sheriff's Office. When I first took office, I wanted to make it easier for people to get CCW permits. I actually carried permits printed in envelopes and I handed them out to people when they asked. I personally gave them the applications. Our next step was to make those applications available online. So anyone can go on our website, print out the application, and fill it out. The next thing that we are going to do, hopefully by next year, we will have the ability for people to actually apply online so that they don't have to print out a form. They can actually fill it out and submit it online so they don't have to come in and turn it in. So we're continually making it easier. for law-abiding citizens to protect themselves. The message I want to give to people in Fresno County who have CCWs, who are up for renewal or considering applying, or are in the application process, nothing will change in Fresno County. The current regulation, the current policy for me is that personal protection is just cause. So don't have any fear that anything's going to change here. It's going to remain the same. So I'm just hoping that this will be a little more successful when it is appealed.